Before we talk about gear, food storage, bug out bags, I want to slow down and ask you something real. Why do you prep? Not the YouTube answer, not the tactical fantasy answer, but the deep down reason. For me, it's simple: my family. At the end of the day, it's not about stockpiles or cool gadgets. It's about making sure that the people I love the most in this world are safe, no matter what happens. See, most prepping channels, they'll show you the latest survival gear or talk endlessly about world events. And that's fine. But what they don't say enough, prepping isn't about paranoia. It's about responsibility. It's about knowing that when the world throws its worst at us, whether it's natural disasters, an economic collapse, or just a personal emergency, that we've already made the choice not to be victims. We've already made the choice to protect our families. Why prep? Because no one else is coming. Because when the lights go out, when the shelves are empty, when our help is hours or days away, the only thing standing between your family and chaos is you. Not for fear, not for paranoia, not to play Rambo in the woods. I prep because I refuse to leave the safety of my family in the hands of chance, or the government's promises, or a supply chain that could collapse overnight. I prep because when chaos comes, and it always does, it won't wait until it's convenient for you. It'll come when you least expect it. That's why I prep. That's why it matters. And if you stick with me through this video, I'll share not just the how, but the heart behind it. Because prepping isn't just about survival. It's about love. It's about duty. It's about peace of mind. I will not let my children go hungry. I will not let my family freeze in the cold. I will not sit back and hope someone else comes to save us. Welcome to Patriot Prepper. So get this, you're 5 minutes from home when the lights go out. The ATMs, they're dead. Cell towers, they're down. The gas pumps, cash only. Your kid's school just sent a text, then nothing else. Question: in the 24 hours, do you become a liability, or are you the person everyone's relieved to have around? Today I'm giving you 10 step-by-step actions to become more prepared. It's going to be practical, affordable, and doable this week. So stick with me. By step 7, you'll see the one thing that most people forget that makes everything else actually work. If you're new here, I'm Kelly. This is Patriot Prepper. Hit that subscribe button if you like being ready instead of lucky. Let's get squared away. Step 1. Set your mission and risk profile. Mindset plus plan. Preparedness isn't hoarding stuff. It's solving specific problems you're likely to face. In 10 minutes, you could do this. List your top 5 threats based on where you live. It could be power outages, storms, layoff, cyber disruption, civil unrest, wildfires, whatever. And then define your mission statement in one sentence. An example could be: keep my household safe and fed and informed for 30 days without outside help. Set time horizons, meaning how long do you plan to be self-reliant? Is it 72 hours, 2 weeks, 30 days? And then decide who are you responsible for, their ages, their meds they're taking, any type of pets, any type of special needs. Then pick your budget tier. Is it bare bones, better, or best, depending on how much money you could put away for prepping? Get yourself a binder and start making plans and checklists. Add in printed contacts of families, neighbors, doctors, school, any type of important numbers. Copies of IDs, insurance. Make sure they're in a waterproof pouch or laminate them. And then local maps with routes marked. See, a common mistake is waiting for the perfect gear, planning for that Hollywood disaster instead of the boring ones that actually happen. With a clear mission, every dollar now buys capabilities, not clutter. Before we move on to step 2, a word from our fake ass sponsor. Today's sponsor is brought to you by Get Home Gummies, the only survival supplement that tastes like regret and poor life choices, but gets you home before the looters do. Packed with 4,000 milligrams of caffeine, 200 milligrams of sarcasm, and just enough electrolytes to make you feel like you could outrun a suburban riot. Infused with caffeine, creatine, and a whisper of paranoia, Get Home Gummies gives you energy to outrun danger, bad decisions, and your ex who showed up post-collapse with zero supplies and a ukulele. Each gummy is handcrafted by blindfolded doomsday monks in a bunker beneath Idaho. They're gluten-free, guilt-heavy, and contains trace amounts of squirrel DNA for enhanced forest awareness. Side effects could include spontaneous bunker construction, aggressive can rotation, and yelling, "This is the way!" during minor inconveniences. Get Home Gummies, because cardio is for people who didn't prep. Available nowhere, not FDA approved, may cause you to ghost your HOA and start a militia with your dog. Get yourself some Get Home Gummies. Alright guys. So, step 2, EDC, everyday carry that actually helps. Your first line of defense, this is what's on you right now, right? Build a simple EDC, a light, compact flashlight with spare battery, cutting tool, a quality folding knife or multi-tool, a pistol, think small, compact with a reload, something for fire, a big lighter, maybe a tiny ferro rod, comms, a phone with a charging cable. Medical, this is important. Tourniquets, 2 pairs of latex gloves, pressure dressing, and then you just got yourself a mini IFAC. Money, a little cash and small bills. And then also emergency contacts. If somebody's allergic to anything, family members have that wrote down. And then optional, you could carry whistles, pepper spray, notebook, pen, paper. A pro tip for this is scale by venue, right? Depending on where you're at, where you're working, whether it be an airport, office, maybe school zone, carry what's legal and allowed. One of the main things, though, to do is practice. Practice with your EDC. Can you access your light and tourniquet within 5 seconds with either hand? Try that. Now that you're effective minute to minute, we tackle what the body can't live without. Step 3 is water. Try to get 1 gallon per person per day for 14 days. So that means a family of 4 needs 56 gallons. So how can we build that? 1, storage. Start with cheap stackable jugs and then add durable containers or food grade barrels. Make sure you label them, date they're filled, when you got them. Purification. This is going to allow you to purify water, right? A gravity filter for daily use or backup, very good. Backup, you can also use unscented bleach. Remember, 8 drops per gallon. Wait 30 minutes, then it's good. Capture water, whether it be a rain collection barrel, and then also find out where water's at around your area, whether it be neighborhood, lakes, spigots, parks. Just don't rely on just cases of water, because when that runs out, you have no way to filter water. Next, so food keeps morale and energy up, but done wrong, it wastes money. Done right, it saves it. Step 4, food. Build a smart pantry. Aim for 2,000 to 2,400 calories per adult per day. Start with 2 weeks and then grow to 30 to 60 days, maybe more. Do a 3-layer pantry. The first layer is your working pantry. This has your 2 to 4 weeks worth of food, right? Foods that you already eat. Rice, pasta, oats, canned meats and vegetables, sauces, peanut butter, shelf-stable stuff. Your layer 2, this is going to be your staples. 1 to 3 months supply. 20 to 50 pounds of rice, beans, peas, flour, sugar, salt, cooking oil. You want to store this in a cool, dry area, preferably in like sealed buckets with liners. And then the third tier is long-term items. We're talking freeze-dried meals, or maybe even DIY dehydrated foods. This also goes with beans, rice, and stuff like that. So you want to keep your food fresh. So first in, first out. Make sure you label everything. So you got the food. Now can you cook without the grid? Let's make a micro kitchen kit, right? All it is, small camp stove, fuel, manual can opener, pots, pans, spices, and there you have it. Food and water is great if you can stay healthy enough to use them. Step 5, medical and hygiene. This is from boo-boos to bleeding. I like to split mine into 2 kits. First kit, trauma and like IFAC. This is for life-threatening. Tourniquets, pressure dressings, hemostatic gauze, chest seals, gloves, trauma shears. Keep one in your car, keep one at your house. And then the second kit, that's going to be your home care and your hygiene. Think pain relievers, antihistamines, and diarrhea, thermometers, saline, bandages, tape, antibiotics, and then your hygiene totes, right? Soap, toothbrushes, feminine care, baby wipes, bleach, maybe hand sanitizer, and toilet paper. Also, make sure you remember special needs, whether it be prescription. Try to get at least 1 month to 3 months supply. So you could be healthy, fed, and hydrated, but the sun still sets. Let's keep your world lit and powered. Step 6, power, lighting, and climate. Build an emergency ladder. Lighting, headlamp for each person, lanterns for common rooms, right? Stash your batteries. Be able to power devices, whether it be small portable banks or small solar panels, or even car inverters. Appliance backup. So if budget allows, a generator or a battery power station works well. This is for your bigger appliances, your refrigerators, fans, your heating and cooling. Now, let's make your home tougher to mess with, quietly and legally. Step 7, home security and hardening. This is actually the most missed step, believe it or not. Security is layers. So the first layer, we're talking about deterrence. Tidy up your yard. No free stuff visible. Have timers on lights, motion lights, doorbell cameras, and maybe even a good dog to fit your lifestyle. Next, we're talking about delay. This is what's going to delay somebody from getting into your house. Maybe some 3-inch screws and door strike plates, reinforced door hardware, window locks, dowel rods for sliders, film on vulnerable glass, and then detect. So detecting, this is where your alarms or simple window and door sensors come into place. Hell, even a cheap driveway alert. Next is defend. This is your last resort. Make sure you follow all your local laws, but know where your safe room is, the angles, and the backstop. Another thing that's helpful for home security is your neighborhood. Swap numbers with neighbors. Shared eyes by every one time. One of the most important things to do is drill with your family. I like to play the what if games. So what if a late night knock? Or what if power outage? Or a smoke alarm goes off? Time how long it takes to get safe. Then review it and then work on it. Strong perimeter? Good. Now we got to keep you informed when the internet goes down. Step 8, communication. Step 8, communication and intel. Information decides whether you stay or go. Some good items to have: a NOAA weather radio. They have alerts. Ham radio. Walkie-talkies. Have a comms plan. PACE, primary, alternative, contingency, emergency. You need to know that and use it. But at least know what your primary and secondary or your alternative ways to communicate, whether it's be phone, text messages, even rally points, a primary and an alternative with times. Example, if we can't reach each other by 6 p.m., let's meet at grandma's. If unsafe, let's go to the park, meet at 8. Something like that. Two-way radios is very good, especially for neighborhood and family. Very good. I've used them many, many times. So you can communicate. Now let's make sure you can move when you must. Step 9, mobility. Get home and bug out readiness. Most crises hit when you're not home. Keep you a get home bag in your car. These could be small and simple, depending how far you're going to be away from home. Water, maybe a filter, snacks, some sturdy shoes, socks, flashlight, poncho, a glove, hat, maybe a small first aid, maps, some cash, charging cord for your phone, maybe a power bank, and then you're good. You walk home 1 to 10 miles safely. Now, if you're going over 10 miles, you might want to put more thought into your bag. And of course, the further away you work from home, the more gear you might need. Let's talk about vehicle basics. Always keep above a half a tank of gas. Jumper cables or a booster in your vehicle, tire kit with a pump, basic tools, blankets, maybe a reflective triangle, and then paper maps. And now your bug out bag. So this is for 72 hours. Shelter. Think maybe a tarp, tent, sleeping bag, clothing, water plans, right? How are you going to get water? Stove, fuel, food, hygiene, medical kit, maybe a multi-tool, some cordage, headlamps, some documents, small cash, gloves. And then you need to identify why you would leave. And everybody should know, you're talking about your family. Fire, maybe a chemical spill, mandatory evacuation. Not only when would you leave, but where would you go? Are you going to family's house, friend's house, a campground? Leaving without a destination is not smart. All right, guys, so we're almost there. Last step turns all this gear into competence for you and your team. Step 10, skills, training, community. Skills beats stuff, and community beats both. Monthly micro drills. Learn how to boil water on a camp stove or open flame. Learn how to filter lake water, how to set up a tarp shelter. Run a 2-minute tourniquet drill. Learn how to change a tire. These skills could save your life one day. I would highly suggest you try to learn one new skill per quarter. Talking like stop the bleed, maybe a basic first aid or CPR class. Learn how to map, how to read a map and use a compass. What about ham basics? Canning or dehydrating, gardening, defensive driving. There's multiple things that we can learn that would make us better. Get your team involved. Spouse, kids, trusted neighbors. Assign them roles. Who's over water, power, comms, security, cooking, medical. Review and rotate. Use what you store, but make sure you refill after every use. One of the biggest things is mindset. Stay calm, stay disciplined. No cowboy shit. So you've got a plan, the kit, the reps. Lock it in. I offer you a 7-day challenge. Here's your 7-day challenge to turn this video into action. Day 1, write your mission and the top 5 threats. Day 2, build your EDC. Train with it, carry it. Day 3, store 14 gallons of water per person or buy a gravity filter. Day 4, stock 2 weeks worth of meals for you and your family that y'all actually eat. Day 5, build an IFAC and a home care kit. Day 6, light and power ladder set, and then test it. And then day 7, home security. This means screws, window locks, and a 10-minute family drill with your family. Drop day 1 in the comments if you've already started today. So guys, if this video has helped, please like, subscribe, and share this video with someone you trust in a crisis. Don't be scared, be prepared. See you next time. And remember, those who prepare today survive tomorrow. Patriot Prepper out.